Good morning, Axial Scale builders around the world. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and you are now watching ScaleWars, Axial's official Battle of the Builders. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to ScaleWars. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. For those of you that are new here, maybe wondering what this is all about, well, this is ScaleWars. This is Axial's official Battle of the Builders, put on by Extreme Scale Performance, and it's an ongoing online weekly competition. Basically an opportunity for you, the Axial Scale builder, to enter your build and compete against all your fellow builders around the world for a score and some bragging rights. There's no prizes right now. Maybe down the line we'll incorporate some prizes, but basically it's just for fun, and it's an opportunity for everybody to just interact, get involved, share tips, share tricks, give some feedback, and just generally interact in a positive way and help grow this scale community. Axial's been an important part of my career. We'll just say that. Axial's been a very important part of my YouTube career. So this is kind of a way for me to pay homage to that company and also promote their products. That's why it's an Axial only competition. Well, they weren't there for me when I needed them. Axial was. And so this is me giving back to Axial. It's as simple as that. For those of you that have Axials and can relate to that passion I have for their products, this is your opportunity to show off what you're capable of doing with those products. So basically, today we're going to go over 3 builds, 3 entries, and that's what I do every week. We go over 3 separate builds, all different levels. This week we've got 3 Toyotas. Normally I don't do Toyotas. I'm a big Jeep guy, but this week we're doing Toyotas. So shout out to the Toyota fans around the world. This one's for you. So I'm going to quit talking. Let's just dive right on into it and see what we're working with. I'll see you guys on the battleground. Yeah. Alright everybody, welcome back to the battleground. This episode is going to be a little bit different. I actually went through and I dug up some older submissions that I had kind of missed somehow in the beginning. So slightly lower quality photos here. They're really small, so it's going to be hard to go through these and really give them a proper scoring. But we're going to go ahead and look at them anyways and just do the best we can. But I have a feeling it's going to be kind of a quicker episode. Alright, so first up today we have this beautiful white Yoda here. This is from a gentleman named Kenny Cooper. Now, something to keep in mind too, folks, is this submission is one of the early submissions, so this is before I had the form all worked out, so it's not going to be in the same format. But Kenny Cooper is 31 years of age. He is from Bellingham, Washington. He says well, I'll just read it verbatim here. He says, I run an Axial SCX10 Tekin HD 35-turn motor, Robinson Racing transmission gears, MIP drivelines, SSD axle housings with axial gears. All this sits on Mickey Thompson wheels and IROC tires. He says he subscribed to ESP about 6 months ago and have been building for a year. This build is ongoing, and he says he would rate it about a 5 on the scale of 1 to 10. So, and of course, this is a trail truck, and yeah, not too bad. So it sounds about right. It's got a hard body, which is definitely cool, but he's got some hood pins sticking through the hard body, which you guys know how I feel about that. Can't stand them things. These little holes down here in the side. Sorry, I keep trying to zoom in, but it won't let me zoom in anymore. So these little holes down here in the sides of the doors are actually a good place for body mounts. What I would do personally is I would have, I'd make some sort of bracket that comes off the chassis and goes to those holes, and I would just run a couple of screws right through those holes into that, into the brackets, and that's how I would probably do it with this one. Just a little feedback there. Other than that, though, I love the camper on this thing. Love the color. I love that you kept it simple, clean, not a lot of stickers. Actually, I don't see any stickers. I can even see a door cap in the back, which is cool. And the Mickey Thompson wheels, I can barely see them from here, but I can tell you they already look great. All right, let's look at the next photo here. Oh, can't really see much there either. Yeah, hard to tell. The camper looks good though. You can definitely see that, but that's a messed up, misproportioned photo. So this is why it's important to send in large photos, guys. If you can get them up to 8 megapixels or better, that is ideal. Even 4 to 6 megapixels, but try to get them higher resolution. I can't really tell much from there either. He's got headlights in there. I can definitely see that. Got a bumper here, which seems like it's sticking out a little too far. I'm not so sure about that front bumper there. There's a great shot where you can see those Mickeys. Those Mickeys look great. You need some scale hubs, though. Definitely need some scale hubs on some wheels that are that nice. Love the shocks. Nice choice on the shocks. I see that you got shock boots on there, too. Looks great. Oh, man. This body really looks awesome. You just got to get rid of those body clips up on the hood. Yeah, it looks nice, man. I'd like to see an interior shot. Looks like it's 4-linked all the way around. So, axial life. Yeah, looks nice. Looks really nice. Another action one. Can't really tell much. Can't tell anything. He's got tail lights, though. I mean, you can tell that much. He's got tail lights. Crossing the water. Nice. I just, there's not a lot I can really see in these photos, so that's why I'm kind of skipping through them fast. It's my apologies, guys. Yeah, that's a cool rig there, too, that other Yoda. Again, can't really tell much. Can't really tell much for that bumper. I can tell that bumper is sticking out quite a ways. I would tuck that bumper in somehow. A little pose shot there. Looks good, man. I like the proportions on it. The tires are like really nice size. Wheels look great. It really looks nice. I just wish I could see some interior action. Would be nice. And that's all I got there. So, Kenny, my man, I would love it if you resubmitted and dropped me some really, really high quality photos. Newer cell phones will do a good job, but if you can get your hands on a good mirrorless camera or DSLR or something, shoot me some proper photos. I would love to take a better look at this rig and use the new submission form so that I can see your interior, get a good list of all your parts, and really just be able to break it down for the audience here, for the viewers. Anyways, thank you very much, Kenny. I appreciate that. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for entering. And yeah, man, I look forward to your resubmission. All right, on to the next one. All right, we've got our second contestant today. This one is looking pretty wicked, man. That thing, it looks like it's been around the block a couple times. This one's submitted by, let's see, who we got here? A gentleman by the name of Tyler Salvato. Tyler is 17 years of age, and he is from Plant City, Florida. America, he says. He says, let's see. He's been subscribed to Extreme Scale Performance since before Axial Fest 2015. So, yeah, around 2+ years, I would say. Then nice. He says he started building RCs in 2013, and this specific project he calls Honch. Yeah, for good reason, man. Looks like it's based off the honcho. Now let's just dive into his parts list here. He's got a pretty intense parts list. The body, he says it's Axial honcho body painted gunmetal and black, was slanted to make a two-tone, but after 3 G6 events and a ton of monthly comps, the paint is going away. Flatbed is fully sheet metal and dovetailed with dinky RC bedsides. Spare tire carrier, tractor supply toolbox, gift card carrier or gift card holder, and RC 4-wheel drive Baja Designs light bar. Axial trans plastic case, extra speed pineapple trans gears, 87 tooth plastic spur, Axial 15 tooth metal pinion gear, Axial plastic drive shafts, not the wild boars, Axial Vanquish products, 8-degree knuckles and hubs, locked up RC lockers, Axial overdrive gear set, and VP 375 hub adapters. The rear axle is Vanquish products lockouts, locked up RC locker, VP axle shafts, and VP 375 hub adapters. Lower links are also VP. Upper links in the front is the Y-bar plastic 3-link. Rear is made with all-thread and Traxxas Revo rod ends for pinion adjustment. Shocks, let's see here. What does it say? Shocks are SkyQ aluminum 100mm black CBE RC shock keys. Okay, so he must be using shock keys with those 100mm shocks then. Which I have some of those CBE RC fab shock keys, so nice. The rims, he says these are SSD D-holes. They're 1.9 aluminum 3-piece bead locks, and I will say they look pretty dang good, honestly. I don't own any SSD wheels yet, so I've been eyeballing them a little bit. Those are looking pretty nice. Let's see, where were we here? I lost my spot. There we go. The Pitbull RC 1.55 growlers are the tire of choice for this rig. The front bumper is a Scalar Fab bull bar with the RC 4-wheel drive winch lined with Scalar, what does it say? Lined with Scalar Fab's 300-pound winch line and Scalar Fab winch hook. Land anchor is a WTF, white trash fabrication land puller. He wrote that. Rear bumper is NA, so no rear bumper on there. Rock sliders, RC 4-wheel drive sliders. Electronics, Dynamite 60 amp waterproof brushed ESC. He says it works great. And RC 4-wheel drive 35 turn brushed motor. Power high 20 kilogram digital waterproof servo. CMS kit. So he does have the chassis mounted servo kit for those of you that don't know what CMS is. Spectrum SR210 DSMR 2-channel receiver. And a 3S LiPo at all times, he says, with exclamation points. Now this build classification is obviously a trail truck, and as far as what he would rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, he says he rates it a 7. That's not too bad. And then who would you like to give a shout out to? He says he would like to give a shout out to Lakeland Scale Crawlers in Lakeland, Florida. So shout out to the Lakeland Scale Crawlers out in Lakeland, Florida. Matter of fact, shout out to all of Florida. Hope you guys are not getting too hot down there. It's already hot over here. I can only imagine how warm it is down there. All right, so let's dig into this now. Let's go through some pictures. Let's take a look at this. What's our initial thoughts? What do you guys think about this? What's the first thing that pops in your head when you see this truck? Put it in the comments. Just one word. First word that pops into your comment. Say trail honcho and then / one word, whatever that word is. For me, I would say raisin or proper, maybe well used. Yeah, I love the abuse. There we go, abuse. That's a good word. I love the way this looks. I love how beat up this is. Now, my yellow Jeep started off as a trail honcho, so I'm slightly fond of the trail honcho, even though it is a Toyota-based body. It's cool. It's nostalgic. It brings me back. I like how beat up this is. It looks like it literally has dents all over the place, just like a real trail rig would. The issue I have is with the contrast from how beat up the front part of the cab is to how clean the back part of the bed is. I don't see any damage at all really on the bed. Now that could be because it's new in this photo too. Tires look great. Wheels look great. That hook looks a little cheesy, honestly. It's a little... it looks... I don't know. It's just not my favorite style of hook. I like the Kong hooks a little better. And I've seen a couple other ones I like too, but I'm just not that big of a fan of that hook. That's personal though. That's personal preference. Oh, there's that first yawn of the day. All right, so obviously you got a body pin problem. That's gonna need to be taken care of. It's a honcho though. I get it. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of effort to get rid of body pins on a honcho body that's this all beat up like this and stuff. But for me personally, I would do it. I'd get rid of those, make it look like, damage on the hood or something. I don't know. I'd get rid of those. Light bar looks like it's been through hell and back. But it's cool. I like it. This is like the Toyota version of my yellow Jeep. It's kind of cool, man. Let's look at another photo. And that front bumper looks pretty good. I like the little bumper. It doesn't look like it does much, but I like it. All right, next photo. Oh, a little flexy. Got them swampers on there. I like that look. Big gap here. That body should be lower. The body should definitely be lower. Not a fan of having the body lifted like that. Yeah, it looks good though. I like how it looks all muddy. Not a lot I can tell from there though. Let's go to the next photo. Ooh, all lit up at night. Looks good. I like all the lights. It looks like you got rock lights, headlights, got the light bar. I wonder if there's any tail lights in the back. That looks good though. That's a good look. And it looks like in this photo that the body is actually down further than it was in the last photo. Let's go back to that last photo just real quick. Yeah, see here the bottom of it is on top of the winch. Whereas in this next photo, look at this. It's like a whole inch lower. So yeah, props for getting that body correct on that. On to the next one. No, oh, you can see the 3-link and the old school axial drive shafts there too. All thread. Not really a big fan of the all thread. Yeah, just not a big fan of the all thread. You can sleeve that. Just take that apart and just run a sleeve over it, and it'll look a heck of a lot better. Ooh, underneath. I don't know about having the rock lights like that. I don't know if I've ever seen that. If those were on my rig, those would get ripped up pretty fast because I drop chassis on rock all the time. So I don't know about that, but I'm sure it's bright as heck underneath your rig though. Oh, wires popping out. We're gonna have to talk wire management. It looks like here in a second, but this look cool. Now, what is this? Oh, all thread links for the uppers. Okay. So it looks like he's just making do. Again, you know, with the all thread links, just throw a simple sleeve over it. Problem solved. Oh, there's man himself, hiding his face. It looks like Tyler. Yeah, Tyler with the trail honcho. Looks like they got a cool course going on over there too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is a cool course in the background. Alright, and the honcho looks really good right there actually. I like the black. There we go. Once again though, got that body sitting up on top of that winch. I am not a fan of that. That's just big no-no in my book, but yeah, man, I don't know. There's not a lot I can really say here. All right, there we go. We've got some wire management issues. This is a fire hazard. Yeah, you should definitely handle the wire management a little bit better. Looks like you took the time to put a little tray there, and then you use double stick tape that's like Velcro on one side or whatever, but ooh, I think you could do a lot better job there with the cable management. There's the bed. I've been wanting to see what that looked like. Looks pretty cool. He said it was all sheet metal, which that's interesting. I like to see metal work on RC. Is really cool. Yeah, maybe get a matching spare back there would help out. And other than that, it looks really cool, man. I like it a lot. It's definitely a unique take on doing the bed. Over the top, got the pull pal. It looks good. It looks good, man. No complaints, looking down on the top at all. Just those dang body pins. Looks nice right there. The body pins and the hood, or the cab height. The fact that it sits on top of the winch, that's an issue for me. There's also no mirrors or anything like that. It's old honcho, I know, but would benefit if you could figure that out somehow. Other than that, it looks good. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that is it. All right, well, thank you very much, Tyler, for tuning in. Well, thank you very much, Tyler, for submitting your build today. And honestly, man, I think that it's a great truck. I think your character shows through in it. The amount of driving that you've done with it definitely shows. And I think that with each little, dent and scratch you've got on here, it just brings it more and more character. The sand ground into it, the scrubbed up tires, just the whole thing looks awesome. It's got a really cool vibe to it. I would just like to see the body pins go away, and I'd like to see this front bumper or front grill or whatever tucked back behind the winch, not sitting on top of it. Other than that, this thing, oh, and the spare tire. I'd get a matching spare. Other than that, though, this thing is beautiful. You did an awesome job with this. Way to take the original, axial body and just, add your own personal character to it, your own touch. It's awesome. So, all right, you guys. On to the next build. If you want to keep track of these scores as we go along, definitely go to the website, www.extremescaleperformance.com. Click on the ScaleWars tab, scroll all the way down, and you will see the scoreboard. If you'd like to submit your build, you can also submit your build right there on that same exact page. Just look for the forum there, and it's got all the information, all the regulations, the rules, everything, all right there. So, all right, on to the next one. It's actually our third and final contestant. All right, you guys, we're looking at our third and final contestant for today, and I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited about this one, and to say it's a Toyota, so that's really rare for me. It's a unique Toyota. It's not like every other Toyota you're going to bump into out there. As you can probably already tell by looking at it, it's got like a 4Runner conversion going on with some cool graphics. So let's just dig into the info here. This one is submitted to us by a gentleman named Wes Brazwell. Wes is 43 years of age, and he is from Allentown, PA. And now this info is in the old format because this is an older submission. Once again, it's another one that I looked over somehow. But pretty excited I found this. It looks like he subscribed to ESP in 2016, and he's been building for 8 years now. This specific build is a Tamiya Hilux body, Dinky RC interior kit with a bucket set, Dinky RC interior kit with bench set, seat, not set. All right, so Dinky RC interior kit, bucket seat, Dinky RC interior kit, bench seat. Sorry about that. Mamba Max Pro, Tekin 13.5 turn censored brushless, 3 racing winch, Polo Lu winch motor, Futaba RX High-Tech 7955 TG servo, Hey-OK winch controller, G-Made piggyback shocks for the front, Traxxas linkage, Cantilever G-Made shocks for the rear, leaf springs for the rear, and I'm not sure if you guys are hearing this properly, but he has got cantilevers and leaf springs in the rear of this thing. Very interested to see how he's got that set up. RC four-wheel drive single speed transmission. Now, before anyone freaks out here, there's a reason why I allowed this. That's not the only thing he has in here. He used the RC four-wheel drive single speed transmission kind of like I use the gear reduction units. He used it as a way to get the motor up front, but in doing so, he kept the axial transfer case. So I let it slide because of that. He has an axial transfer case from the kit, from a transmission kit, or a kit transmission. Basically like maybe out of like a Yeti or the SCX10 transmission. Now I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. I'm really interested in how he did that. It's pretty cool. It's still, for me though, it doesn't delete the spur gear, and for me, I'm all about getting rid of that spur gear for some reason. So let's see. Chinese eBay wheels, he says. I'll go ahead and just throw on top of that. Those are actually some Boom Racing wheels. I forget the exact name of them, but those are very similar to the ones that I have on the blue Jeep. I almost picked a set of those up, actually. He has MIP drive shafts. What else? He's got Pitbull Rock Beast. He's got Crawler Innovation closed cell foams, Crawler Customs custom graphics, and 1973 Mazda Earth Green metallic paint. Interesting. 1973 Mazda Earth Green. I wonder what inspired that. He also says there is sweat, there is tears, there is blood. And his build score, he says he rates it a 9 out of 10, so he thinks very highly of this rig. This is a Class 2 comp rig, and he would like to give a shout out to EPA Crawler's YouTube channel. All right, so awesome, Wes. Thank you very much for the information. Let's just go ahead and dig into this. Everybody, first impression. What is your first impression of this? For me personally, impressive. I think it's impressive. I think it looks great. The the Rock Beast tires, the pit bulls, they look awesome. Those rims look awesome. I would love to see some disc brakes behind those rims. That would look great. Just disc brakes tucked behind the wheels. Perfect. What else? Seems like the rear wheelbase is stretched out a little bit long for the body. But that's not abnormal. But I think it would look a little bit better if that wheelbase was tucked in. But performance-wise, I'm sure it does better performance-wise how it is. What am I seeing here? It looks good. It looks good. Some lights maybe lighting up underneath would be nice. But it looks great. I really like this. Now, this next picture is going to show you guys. You can see the top here. You can see where the bed is actually molded in, right? So there's no split anymore from the bed. And these, normally they have that split. So let's go ahead and click to the next one. Boom. No top with the top. No top with the top. No top. I like it. I like it actually better without the top. Love the roll cage. I used to work for a guy who had the same type of layout here. One of these 4Runners. It was pretty cool. It's got the mirrors going on. I even see a rear view mirror in there. That's awesome. I see an air freshener hanging. That is cool. It looks like he made a little keyhole thing here, or a little lock mechanism. It doesn't look like it's a real mechanism, but you guys know what I'm saying. Looks good, man. It looks good. Let's keep it going. All right, SCX10 2 axles. All right. We see some leaf spring action going on here. Just looking at how he's got this set up. That's pretty interesting. Looks like he made some form of bracket that goes on the top of the link or shock mount and then bolted the leaves directly to that. Interesting. Very cool. Very cool. That's different than how I did it. I like to see people's different takes on it. You know, that's different than how I did it. What else? What are we seeing here? I like the bumper. Bumper looks cool. Looks like it's a little bent up, but that's cool. All about getting used. Spare. Looks like Walker Evans spare maybe. Doesn't look like a matching one. The Wild Peak. I'd rather see a matching spare, but still cool nonetheless. Yeah, little blonde kid driving there. I'm not sure he's old enough to have a license. Yeah, I like this thing, man. This is a cool rig. I'm really impressed with this. I like it a lot. I really want to see that suspension. Ooh, nice front. It looks a little warped out. Now, is that the body sitting crooked or is that the bumper sitting crooked? I don't know if you guys can tell there. But it definitely looks like something is crooked. Look at the gap here on this side versus over here. It's actually no gap at all. Whew, excuse me. I like all the scratches. Looks like it definitely gets hammered on a little bit. I like it. Looks good. Pumpkin's getting beat up a little bit, so yeah, I like that it gets used. Looking down on the top, is that a navigation piece on the dash? That's cool. I like the graphics. The graphics look awesome on the hood. Love this back seat. Looks amazing. Got his gear back there. Recovery gear. Axe. Yeah, more recovery gear. Gas. I like it. I like it. Underneath here now we can see. You can see the RC four-wheel drive, the upper part of the transmission there, but no RC four-wheel drive transfer case. And then he's got axial transfer case running divorced to that. So I'm really curious how this works out. All factory axial skid, factory axial SCX10 chassis rails, everything. This is nice. AR44 axles, MIP drive shafts. Links look good, uppers and lowers. Yeah, you did a killer job. I mean, the back is tripping me out how you've got it 4-linked cantilever and leaf sprung. That's so different, but I'm curious how it works. I wonder if it's nice and stiff back there or if it's still super soft. It looked like you only had one leaf in each side, so I'm not really sure. Electronics, yeah, not too bad with the wire management. Not too bad at all. Looks like you use zip ties. Everything's nice and clean. a black wire loom over all this would look really, really good. It'd really clean it right up even more. The red's just super bright. Now here we have it. This is the Axial transfer case, but it technically could also be used as a transmission, because this is how I use the AX10 or the original SCX10 transmissions. Is I strip them down and use them in this exact same manner, but instead of an RC four-wheel drive transmission, well, I have used RC four-wheel drive transmissions. I used an R2 tranny. I've used gear reduction units from RC four-wheel drive. I've used ATT's gear reduction units. I've used all kinds of gear reduction units. I think Dinky RC even has a gear reduction unit. So that's what I would usually put right here. So it's really cool to see how he did this. And I can kind of see that it made it easier because the brackets, it looks like the brackets were the right length. He was able to get them to bolt up to the chassis rails. So pretty cool, pretty cool. If he wouldn't have had this Axial transfer case here, I wouldn't have allowed this build. So I've got some pretty amazing builds in queue that just are not going to be able to make it on the show because they don't have the correct transmission going on here. I do allow hybrids of Axial transmissions, but it needs to be an Axial transmission in here of some kind. This transfer case technically is part of the transmission. Yeah, I like it. It's a really cool thing. It's innovative. It just shows more ways that you can use Axial products. So definitely cool. I like this. Inner fenders up top here. Looking good. The motor, I'd be a little concerned about it getting hot. It doesn't look like it has any breathing room, but not too bad, man. It looks pretty clean. I'm curious about the Velcro, if that's like how you're mounting your body or what. A nice little close up at the interior. Some cage work. There you go. You see the navigation unit. CB is looking crazy scale. Look at that. Super scaled out CB. Oh, and it's not a little boy. It's a little girl. Okay. So you guys, I'm sure in the comments, you're already making fun of me for that one. I got it. All right. I like the dash work, man. Got the stickers on there for the dash. Got the key spot here. It'd be cool if you had some keys dangling. Yeah, really cool. I love the air freshener. Amazing job, man. Outstanding work. You really knocked this one out. Sourced parts from all over and just made it happen. And there's the man himself. Thank you very much, Wes. I really appreciate this, man. Outstanding work. My hat's off to you. You guys should definitely give this guy some feedback in the comments. Let him know what you think. You know, for me personally, this one here is just, he definitely did an outstanding job. Yeah, that's the one Toyota I would like to have. All right, you guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. I think that's going to wrap it up. That's all the pictures we've got. That's all the submissions we've got. And I think it's time to start our Saturdays. I hope you got some batteries charged up. Hope you're ready to go hit some trails. And maybe I'll see you out there. You know what it is, fam. Peace and chicken grease.